Hello, friends. It's so nice to see you. It is time for, oh, I have to turn this down. Hang on one second. Yeah, I always forget to do something. That was that for today. Okay, so good to see all of you. It's Global Tarot Circle. This is our monthly tarot meetup online. We gather together once a month to do readings and to share in tarot study. It's so great to see all of you. Thank you so much for being here. To get started, what we will start out with, and some of you obviously know that because I see your questions. What we'll start out with is your questions. We'll do readings and we will do them in a very specific format. Let me get over to CardCam. Now, the first thing, of course, if you haven't already done this, let us know where in the world you are and what deck you're working with. I'm Christiana Gaudet, and I am right now in Palm City, Florida. Nine Worlds Tarot, Kristen Louise, so good to see you. You're in Ohio, reading with Deviant Moon. Talk to me about Deviant Moon. I have Deviant Moon. Do you enjoy it? It's weird for me. I know it's a beloved deck and I love it for that, but I have a hard time with it. Let me know what you think. Great to have you here. Oh, Ness, you have your Lenormand cards with you. Oh, you have Lenormand card sticks. You can try 2-card readings. Oh, please do, please do. And Smile Soul 20, you're in Connecticut, working with Golden Girls Tarot. I just saw that deck for the very first time at Mary Ellen Collins' going away party, and it is a cool deck. I like it very much. All right. So we do see some questions here, so let's get going right away. And if you have cards with you, go ahead and get them shuffled. Ness, if you have the space to do it, instead of just saying the name of the card, say the name of the 2 cards and then go ahead with your interpretation. We would love that. Laughing Cap, good to see you. You're in Tampa. Nice to see you there with the Mythic Tarot. Jenna Perkins, so good to see you. Oh, you can, Ness. That is so cool. That makes me happy. Yay. All right. And of course, a special shout out to the members, the moderators, people using members only emojis. We appreciate you very much. Oh my goodness, Ethan coming in on vertical. Your dog died today. So sorry. We are so sorry to hear that and sending you so much love. All right. And Rebecca Dusk, good to see you. Racing home and might be using my Halloween tarot. It's after September 1st. Yeah, totally fair. Totally fair. Jen Schultz, so good to see you. It was great to see you at Mary Ellen's going away party. Like, that reminded me that I don't get out enough. Like, I'm going to be so sad to not have Mary Ellen in West Palm Beach anymore. But it reminded me that it's good to get out and see your friends for no purpose other than to get out and see your friends. So, good to see you. Mix you here. Just got home and food prepping. Yay. May we ask cues? Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Ask a question. All right, Claire C., good to see you. You're here with Radiant Tarot from Port Charlotte. Glad you're here. And again, so much appreciation for the members and the moderators. And Jen says, great to see you as well. What a fun gathering that was. It really was. It so was. And Jen is convinced that I need a Taylor Swift tarot deck, and she's not wrong about that. There's a couple. None of them are authorized. So if anyone has any particular recommendations for which one, let me know. Hey, AA, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Okay, Wendy Robeson, glad you're here. Thanks for being here. All right, so get those questions in. Mix you here. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. That is very kind. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Hey, GM Marcus coming in with a tarot question. I love that. So what we do for this particular, we do Global Tarot Circle once a month. And the format is the first half hour, we're going to do readings. And in the second half hour, so like around half past the hour, we're going to do tarot study. So GM Marcus, if you don't mind, I love that question so very much. I want to handle that at about, well, my time, 7:30. So if that works for you, that works for me. And let me know if you can't stick around. Let me know, and I'll break format and handle it earlier because it is an important question, and I like it a lot. All right, we are going to do readings. If you have your cards with you, please participate. If you don't, it's perfectly okay to ask questions anyway. One question per person. I will take these. I will do my best. No one in my ear right now. I will do my best to take them in the order in which I see them. And I will pull one card. You know, I do not like to do one card readings, but that's what we're going to do. I will pull one card and give my interpretation. If you would also like to read on that topic, you'll put the name of the person you're reading for, the name of the card you got, because again, you're only going to pull one card, and your interpretation. Mediha Ness is here with her Lenormand cards, so she'll pull two because that's traditionally how those cards are read. The rest of us are confined to one card with an interpretation. So if you ask a question, don't just listen to my one card answer. Scroll through and see what everybody else says to get a more complete reading. All right. Here we go. First question, taking these in the order in which I see them. Smile Soul 20. What does the universe want me to know? If you would like to do this reading, at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Smile Soul 20, Knight of Wands. I think the universe wants you to know that you need to move forward with joy, with creativity, with motivation, and anticipate good things. Again, if you'd like to do that reading, at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Ghost Gals, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I am going to skip on over to YouTube Vertical right now for AA. If you would like to do this reading at AA, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. AA wants to know Asher's thoughts for me these days. Ace of Swords reversed. I don't think Asher trusts you, and I'm not sure that Asher wants to speak with you. And maybe that's okay because I'm not sure we trust him either. Oh, Wendy Robeson, you are using Unfolding Path Tarot. Cool. Okay, next up we have Christina. Good to see you. How will my vacation with my friends be? We're celebrating our big birthdays. So great to have friends you can celebrate big birthdays with. That is so good. Okay, if you'd like to do this reading at Christina, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, how will vacation with friends to celebrate big birthdays be? Nothing to worry about. Now, this may mean that the weather is not going to be perfect, or someone may not be feeling perfectly well. Like, it may not be perfect, but it will be fine. It will be fine. There's nothing to worry about. All right, Mediha Ness, you're up next. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Do I have any new job opportunity coming my way? If you would like to do this reading at Mediha Ness, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Excuse me. Ness, don't take that personally. I did not mean to sneeze at you. It just happened when it happened. And I think the interpretation of that is I have allergies. Okay, back to Mediha Ness. Here we go. A new job opportunity coming your way. 3 of Cups, I'm going to say yes, and it will be a joyful thing indeed. Be open to the possibility. If you'd like to do this reading at Mediha Ness, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. Karina Morrison, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. When will I be able to get my own messages? Okay, great question. If you would like to do this reading at Karina Morrison, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And honestly, I reserve the right to revisit this in the study portion of our program. Just because, like, I think a lot of us may have that question, or even how can I get more messages, better messages, more reliable messages? That could be a question for all of us. But let's do it for you right now. Karina Morrison. If you'd like to do this reading at Karina Morrison, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. When will I be able to get my own messages? Anytime you want to retrieve them, they're there. The messages are there. The messengers are there. It's really about learning how to listen. And whether you work with a tool or just ask and receive or some combination thereof, that's what we're looking for, right? That's what we're looking to do. So if you want, bring that back in the second half. We might want to do that. Hey, Bex Tarot is over on Instagram. So good to see you over there. All right. That was Karina Morrison. If you'd like to do that reading at Karina Morrison, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Nine Worlds Tarot, Kristen Louise. Good to see you. Oh, you're there with Deviant Moon. Your question doesn't come till later. Looking for those questions. Okay, so good to see all of you. The next question that I see, Nine Worlds Tarot, you were answering my question. I had asked, Kristen Louise is using Deviant Moon, which is such an interesting deck, but it's not one that I really love. And I asked her about it. And Kristen says, yes, it's totally weird. Good for more shadowy slants to readings. I used to hate it. Now I love it. And that's so important for us to remember. With food, with tarot cards, with a lot of different things. Revisit them from time to time, because what you used to hate, you may start to love. I used to hate Brussels sprouts, and now I love them. Like so many things. Hey, Vanna Not White over on Twitch. Yeah, get in a question if you'd like. Absolutely, yes. Okay, who is next? It is Mixuir. Michelle, so good to see you. And once again, thanks for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thanks for being a member. And of course, a big thanks to all the members. Okay. Mixuir. Mixuir is looking for new coping strategies in dealing with difficult family members. New coping strategies in dealing with particular family members. If you'd like to do this reading at Mixuir, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. So, in a way, Mixuir, for different reasons, it's the same across the board. Like, in a one-card reading, I can't really look at, deal with mom this way, deal with that dad this way, deal with your aunt this way. But the question that I have for any of these family members is, are they making your life easier? Are they making your life harder? Or is it neutral? If it's easier or neutral, then deal with them in whatever way you want to deal with them. If they make your life harder and they make it harder for you to do what you have to do, you need to have boundaries. Like, you don't owe them anything. I am very aware that you have a family that believes you owe them something. They may believe it, but that doesn't make it true. You do you, boo. That's the important thing. And if you'd like to do this reading at Mixuir, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Now we've got a question from Nine Worlds Tarot, Kristen Louise. Here's the question. My social anxiety has been getting really bad the past couple of months. That's hard. Especially because, like, you've been getting out as a tarot reader, too. I wonder if those two things are related. I don't know. Let's take a look here. Any real reason I'm not thinking of? Social anxiety been getting really bad past couple of months. Any real reason I'm not thinking of? And if you'd like to do this reading, at Nine Worlds Tarot, Kristen Louise, or just Kristen Louise, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation, what's causing the social anxiety? Queen of Swords. I'm going to say a greater sense of self-awareness, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it has you overthinking. And I was sort of laughing about, well, maybe it's because you've been getting out and about as a diviner more, but there could be some truth to that. I think it's about owning yourself and your power. And over on Twitch, we have Vanna Not White. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming to play. Here's the question. I had a job interview that went really well, really well on Friday. I even had the interviewer laughing, was wondering if it would lead to something positive. He said I'd hear back before this week is over. All right, if you'd like to do this reading, at Vanna Not White, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Do we think Vanna got the job? Vanna Not White, did you get the job? It's very likely. I mean, obviously, you don't know until you know, right? But there is a likelihood that this could lead to a new job for you. Yeah, I think it's a likelihood. Very good. Congratulations. Well, hopefully. All right. I am pinning GM Marcus's question to the top just to make sure that I don't forget it when we come to that time. Okay. Jen Schultz, you're up next. Juby Wright, good to see you. There's a lot of people here who I think this is your first time at one of these, or first or second. So thanks so much. Laughing Cap, great to see you. All right, hang on. Choo. I am going to Jen Schultz. That's who I'm going to. Hang on. This is the point where when Sean said, do you want me in your ears tonight? And I said, yeah, no, I don't think I need to. This is where I'm almost regretting that decision, maybe. Here we go. Jen Schultz, so good to see you. What is the best way for me to untangle all of the legal issues with my ill family member, please? Well, first of all, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Let's see what we can do. If you'd like to do this reading, at Jen Schultz, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Handle and untangle the legal issues with an ill family member. The Empress. This is a big project. You're not going to do it overnight. It's going to take time and commitment. And as much as I'm the first one to say, is this really your job to do? I think you've already taken it on. I think it feels like your job. I think it is yours. And I think you need to do it with love, with creative solutions, love, creative solutions, and patience and diligence. It's going to take time. And again, if you'd like to do this reading, at Jen Schultz, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Claire C., good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Why is my grandson ghosting me when I ask questions about the car I bought from him concerning repairs? Seven of Wands reversed. I think he's worried. And doesn't know how to handle it. Like, you're wanting a grown-up conversation with him, and I don't think he's capable of that yet. I think he's not capable, and he doesn't know how to say he's not capable. If you'd like to do this reading, at Claire C., the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Wendy Robeson, you're up next. So great to see you. Thanks for being here. What can I do to make my relationship with my daughter better? It's not bad, but I'd love it to grow more. So, Wendy, and if you'd like to do this reading, at Wendy Robeson, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Wendy, I'm going to say relax and have fun. With the Fool, I'm going to say go on a trip together, do fun things together. Don't be serious about it. Be more silly than you are serious. And I think it will blossom from there. Juby Wright, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Juby Wright, thanks for being a member. So I plan on getting my real ID soon, but birth certificate is missing. Is it still in the house, or did I accidentally leave it in a book I donated? Oh my gosh. All right, if you'd like to do this reading, at Juby Wright, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, is the birth certificate in the house? Not necessarily. I'd be going about trying to replace it. I think it's time. 5 of Pentacles. And again, if you'd like to do this reading, at Juby Wright, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. So great to see everyone doing readings. Thank you so much for playing. I appreciate it. Okay, Laughing Cap, so good to see you. Okay, Laughing Cap wants to know the person of interest. What is this person of interest thinking about me lately? If you'd like to do this reading, at Laughing Cap, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what is the person of interest thinking? Are we sure that the person you're interested in is also interested in you? We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. That doesn't necessarily say no interest, but it may be that this person has a lot of other things on their plate, and so may not be thinking of you as much as you're thinking of them right now. Let's see what other people have to say. All right. Scrolling through. Rebecca Dusk, I keep hearing stories of people who hated the Deviant Moon Tarot and now love it. It's uncanny. Makes me think I have to try it one day and see. Seriously. I love reading some of these readings. This is great. All right. I feel like I've gotten to every question that is a question for a reading. Is that true? And I feel like Rebecca Dusk, I haven't taken a question from you yet. So we're kind of at last call for readings, y'all. Obviously, keep doing the readings that you're doing. And we will in just a couple of moments. And in fact, even right now, it's time. We can open the floor right now to conversations about tarot. And what will now probably ensue is a time when we're doing readings and also talking about tarot, and doing readings and talking about tarot, and all the things all at once. Oh, Rebecca, that's so kind. Seriously, in awe of how I managed to keep track of everything live. And when on Monday mornings, we've got John in the other room in my ear, and the two of us have to we still sometimes miss people. But the truth is, I've got 3 computer screens right in front of me. 1, 2, 3. And that's and I have a lot of screens up. Do my best. All right. Okay. Rebecca Dusk, no, way too busy typing. I'm keeping you busy tonight. That's great. You need and want the practice reading more than you wanted the question. So many people have said that this thing that we do, these practice readings that we do, and we developed this like in 2012 on WebEx. This has been going on for a long time now. A lot of people say it really is a great practice. Oh my gosh, Ness, that's hilarious. You got the BuzzFeed Oracle. It's really good at readings. I will write the meetings on the cards. Hard to use the mini book. Yep. All right. The floor is still open for readings if anyone wants to ask a question. Oh, actually, we have over on Vertical, we have Joanne on Vertical. And Joanne is just looking for help. So, okay. If you'd like to do this reading for Joanne over on Vertical, what could be helpful to Joanne? If you'd like to do this. At Joanne, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. So here's the thing, Joanne. Either you really are being treated unfairly or you feel like you're being treated unfairly, or both. It's going to be important, though, not to react to the current situation emotionally, but logically. That's the important thing. And 64 Amy Penn, who we know from YouTube, is right now over on Instagram. If you'd like to do this reading, 64 Amy Penn, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, the question is, how's my job going? And we've got the King of Wands. I'm going to say well. Absolutely. Very good. Trey Cameron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we can do that. A message from the universe. If you would like to do this reading at Trey Cameron, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Trey, it's heavy. The message from the universe is it's heavy but doable. Do not give up because it's heavy. It's heavy but doable. All right. So keep on doing whatever readings you're doing, and let's go to some tarot conversation. And this question, and the floor is now open for any kind of tarot questions. And it can be larger. It can be psychic questions. It can be technique questions, anything at all in this realm. What do you want to know? The question from GM Marcus: when choosing a court card to represent yourself in a reading, can that card be reversed if it seems to fit? So there's a couple of things there, Marcus, GM Marcus. One is, it sounds like you might be doing the old-fashioned significator thing, where before starting a reading, you choose a court card to represent the querent and sort of take it out of play and put it on the table. Does anyone else here do that? It's a way to go. The other way to go, though, is that we all have sort of our native court card significators, generally determined by age, gender identity, and the element of your sun sign, or sometimes rising sign, depending on your preference. Now, the question is, when choosing a court card to represent yourself in a reading, can that card be reversed if it seems to fit? I am not the tarot police. There are no tarot police on the planet, and certainly none in this village. So you can do whatever you want. I would love to hear from anyone here who has a thought about this. Do you work with, how do you work with court card significators? And in what way might you use reversals in that way? Like, if I was choosing a court card to represent myself in the moment, and the reading was about that moment, then yeah, the reversal would make sense, especially like if I am the Queen of Cups reversed and the question is, why am I sad? Yeah, that totally works for me. Now, but in choosing that court card significator that is with you all the time, I wouldn't advise it. Like I think you should choose the court card significator that's with you all the time in such a way that you step into it. Like I chose the Queen of Wands because I needed to step into the Queen of Wands. Okay, Trey, I'm a water sign with no earth, yet always get the King of Pentacles to describe me, right? And Ness, I would put it upright at least for the magic of bettering it. Sure, sure. Christina Russo, good to see you over on Vertical. Thanks for being here. So, Gia Marcus, are you here? And do you have thoughts? If you're here, let me know. Let me know your thoughts, and we can talk about it further. Now, I use significators? I do not use them in readings. Like, in other words, when I sit down to read for you, I'm not going to start with a court card that represents you. And honestly, I wonder if I'm missing out on something. I've never seen it done. I've read about it being done. I mean, I started with Eden Gray, so I've read about it. Benabelle Wen does she really? Oh my gosh, I have to speak with her about that. So she's in good company. So it's in good company. It certainly is, yeah. But no, I don't. And I don't necessarily like, how does my querent show up in the cards? However they're going to, you know? Here we go. Gia Marcus, I'm so glad you're here. I learned a long time ago. I suppose I was thinking about the energy of the moment regarding the reversal. Yeah. I mean, I think that works, especially if the question is about that energy. I think it works well. Absolutely. Oh. Yeah. So, okay, Rebecca Dusk. So we are having a conversation about significators, and I love that. Rebecca Dusk is noticing that in the Seven Sisters spread and other spreads I do as well, there is that card, the who you are at this current time, which is the significator. So for me, in some spreads, who the person is at this current time will show up because it's whatever card goes into that position. So for example, these little cards come into, wow, so good. So I'm reading for someone we don't know, right? This is a sample reading, not for anyone. Seven Sisters. Past, present, future, significator drawn at random, person or energy close to the querent, problem or obstacle, final outcome. Now, I think it's interesting that a reversed court card actually showed up here completely unintentionally. Given the conversation, I think that's really fun. But it could have been any card. But I will also look at the other cards because I might see my querent in any of the other cards as well. So to be clear, when we talk about significators, we can talk about this. When we talk about significators, here's how I see it. A significator is a card that you pull in advance, usually a court card, not at random, choosing it face up to represent the person you're reading for, as we're discussing right now, as GM Marcus brought up. Could that be a reverse court card? Absolutely, yes. A significator is also just the card you always identify with. I am always the Queen of Wands. A significator is also the card that falls into the position in a spread to indicate who you are at this current moment. Yes, I just pulled 2 Lenormand cards for who I am right now. Dog and ship. I'm an employee at work. There it is. So it's a fun exercise. And for those of you who have decks with you, hey, Michelle Metheny, So good to see you over on Instagram. Glad you're here. Of course, that's help me out. Mystic. Michelle, what's your name on YouTube? I'm old. I can't help it. What is it? Remind me. You're a member here. We appreciate you. Glad you're here. So here's the exercise I want us to do. Shuffle your deck. If you have a deck, shuffle your deck. If you're here and you don't have a deck and want me to do this for you, I would be happy to do it. What you're going to do is shuffle your deck and say, who am I at this current time? Right now. Who am I right now, this minute? All right. And then chat it in and let us know. And if you need help interpreting it, let us know. Thank you. Michelle's Mystic Corner. Driving me nuts there. Michelle Metheny, Michelle's Mystic Corner, joining us on Instagram. How are you doing? Do you use significators? And if so, how? We'd love to know. And the exercise, here we go. Who am I? Right now, this minute, who am I? The Ace of Cups. Well, Tarot's being kind to me today. I love that. I love that. I am a person trying to really be loving in community. And okay, good. Trey, I got the Hanged Man. What do you think of that? Not sure what to make of it. What do you think about Hanged Man for Trey? I would say, Trey, right now you are a person who is not going to spend a whole lot of energy trying to fix something you can't fix. You right now are a person who is willing to conserve your energy and put it toward where you can do some good. That's what I would say about that. Michelle's Mystic Corner, Michelle Metheny, Queen of Cups. I love that. So y'all are saying the cards and are not saying your interpretation. Do you want me to give my take on this? I'd be more than happy to. Okay, now I'm just gonna. Okay, my take. And my take may not be the same as your take. And for this exercise, your take is a lot more important than mine. Heather Roberts, good to see you. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. Michelle Metheny with the Queen of Cups. I think right now you're a person really working to manage your emotions and your happiness and the emotions and happiness of the people around you. Okay. Claire C., the Magician. Right now, you're a person who's trying to figure out how to use your knowledge and your communication skill to start new pathways, projects, relationships, ways of thinking. Laughing Cap, 8 of Pentacles. I wonder if right now you're a person who is studying or working to build a career or to learn a new skill. Rebecca, Temperance. That's my favorite card, you know. Rebecca, Temperance. I would say you're a person who on a very high level is learning some skills of emotional regulation, maybe also magical manifestation and real world problem solving. That's what I would say about you, Rebecca Dusk. Wendy Robeson, the Knight of Cups. Right now, you're a person who is really trying to bring the love to yourself and to others. You are trying to live in love. Okay. Jen Schultz, the Hermit reversed. I feel like you are a person who cares very much about other people, even when they drive you nuts. Juby Wright, 5 of Cups. I would say right now you are a person trying to figure out how to deal with some grief. Recognizing that there is gratitude there too, but finding the balance of grief and gratitude is not always easy. Let me know what you think about that. Heather Roberts, the 4 of Pentacles. I think having been so recently married and a lot of the other work you're doing, you are a person who is really laying in the foundation for your new life. Okay, Ness, you want a tarot card for who you are right now. Oh, Michelle Metheny, emotional legacy lever for the Queen of Cups. That's kind of brilliant, and I love it. Okay. Okay. Where am I? I am doing a card for Ness, Diha Ness. The 10 of Cups. You are a person who loves your family and just wants to be left in peace. Okay. Rebecca Dusk, I can see that. They took blood tests today for a kind of a literal thing. But also I'm trying to balance and mentally hold it together while waiting on medical test results. Gosh, that's so hard. I typed my interpretation before you read me, but correct on all three, I hope, and especially the emotional regulation right now. Yeah. And that brings up a whole issue, if you don't mind, that we could really talk about, which is, when we're in a place like waiting for health results or something like that, we don't necessarily want to be predictive with the cards because that could scare us and we don't want to be scared. But what are the questions we ask, And I think we can ask questions like, how can I keep myself emotionally regulated in this time? What is the thing I need to focus on right now to help me through this? What do I need to know about my current situation right now? I think we can ask these kinds of questions, and it helps us to get through these things. Okay. So, hang on a second. Nine Worlds Tarot, Kristen Louise. I just pulled the Queen of Pentacles for myself. In this card, she has 4 little kids at her feet. And here I am trying to manage 4 foster kittens acting like they're on crack. Sometimes it's literal. That's fabulous. But I would also see you as very able to manage whatever you need to manage. Okay, Wendy, that is a great question. Hey, Marion K. Tarot, so nice to see you over on Vertical. Okay, so Wendy, I'm going to pin your question because this is a very good one and I don't want to forget it. And we are definitely getting to it. Okay, but before we do, we've got Jenna Perkins. So good to see you. A significator card for you for this moment. Who you are at this current time, Jenna Perkins. The Knight of Swords reversed. I feel like at this time, you're a person who is not sure what to do next. And maybe waiting for further instructions, waiting for inspiration to strike, or even trying to undo a mess made by someone else. GM Marcus, you got the King of Wands. So I would see you at this time as being a great leader around things that are creative, spiritual, and motivational. There it is. And we are all laughing at foster kittens on crack. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Jenna Perkins, absolutely on point. Gotcha. All right. So let's go to Wendy's question. This is so good because we can all play. Yes, Marion K. Tarot. It is the mini Wiser Tarot. Is it so lovely? And the cards feel so good. It's like such a good card stock. I love it so much. The card stock is much better than the regular sized Wiser. I'm just going to say that. That's my one complaint with the regular size Wiser is I don't like the card stock. This is so much better. Okay. Oh, beautiful Gemini over on Instagram. May I also have a significator? I'll do this for you too, Marion, if you like. Pulling a card in answer to the question of who am I at this current time? Beautiful Gemini. 7 of Cups. You are right now at this current time a person who is considering all the possibilities. Okay, let's do Marion K. Tarot. Okay. Here we go, Marion. Five of Cups reversed. Marion, right now you are a person trying to make the best in a time of some emotionality. And this could be a lot of things, both personal and professional. But the thing I really want to say is one of my keywords for this card is grief. And Marion K. Tarot is the creator, the author and creator of the Grief Oracle, which are now in her hot little hands and getting sent out to campaign supporters as we speak. So I think this has to do with that too. Okay, so now, how would you figure out a permanent significator? Or should you always leave the significance open to change? I'm going to say, I think it's good to have a permanent significator. I have two, and I'll tell you my process, and then I would like you all, to yourself choose your significator. Yes, my significator came to me through following me around. Trey says, yeah, your significator can be your stalker. And that's kind of how I got mine too. Oh, interesting, Marion K. Tarot. That's also a Scorpio card. That's funny. All right. And Marion, if you'd like to say a few words about your deck, what you would like people in this village to know about your deck, let me know. And whenever you're ready to come on this channel and talk about your deck, let me know. We'd love to have you. Okay, so here's what I call your native court card significator. You take your age, your gender identity, and your sun sign. So I identify as female. I am an adult. So adult female, I'm a queen. I'm a Scorpio, so water, so I am the Queen of Cups. But, Trey said my significator came to me through following me around. When I was first starting my business and I kept doing readings about my business, can I really do this? Is this really going to work? Should I be putting energy into this? Is this the responsible thing to do? Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands all the time. Queen of Wands. And my rising sign is Leo. And so I realized that to be what I needed to be, I had to step into the Queen of Wands. So I took that on as a bit of magic in a way, and that has remained my significator to this day. Okay. And Trey, right, you're the King of Pentacles because it stalks you. Claire C., you're the Queen of Pentacles. Rebecca, you have two. Can you tell us what they are? Let us know. Oh, Juby, I think what you said made a lot of sense. I'm still processing the passing of my grandmother when my 43-year-old cousin passed from a terminal illness. Oh, so sorry. We are so sorry to hear this. Claire, you're a Taurus, so it totally makes sense, right? You're a Taurus, you're the Queen of Pentacles. Makes sense. Wendy, I'm all fire as far as my signs go, so Queen of Wands always resonates with me. Now I know it's been my significator. There you go. Heather Roberts, you're a Virgo, Queen of Pentacles. Makes sense. Absolutely, yes, makes sense. Okay, here it is. This is the Grief Oracle by Marion Kirk. It's an oracle to help navigate and be a companion in times of grief and loss. And OMG, I'd love to come on your channel. Let me know. October, November, whenever you're ready. We'd love to have you. All right. We are in our last 10 minutes, and I've loved this conversation about significators. I would love at this point, if there's any other question about significators, tarot in general, anything at all, happy to do it. Oh, Michelle, yours is the Queen of Swords, yet the Queen of Cups as well. And you're in Aries, so also Queen of Wands, technically, Michelle, yes. And Juby, I seem to get the King of Cups often. Makes sense. And I think, I mean, that's another, like, your significator can choose you. Okay, so Rebecca, you're the Queen of Swords, but starting to wonder about the Queen of Cups more internally. Scorpio rising. Virgo, definitely not the Queen of Pentacles. Got it. Will I be in the Tampa area anytime soon? I just got back. Like, I was there at the beginning of August. I'm so sorry. I don't have plans to be back for a little while, but I will certainly let you know when I do. I mean, it can always happen, right? I used to live there. But no plans in this moment, but it happens from time to time. Oh, Juby, the Queen of Swords, and I'm a Libra. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. All right. So now I want to go back to a question from Karina. When will I be able to get my own messages? And, you know, I think it is fair to say it's always good and fun to let other people give you messages, right? That's always good. But can I have a virtual show of hands? How many people wish that in their lives generally they were more tuned in to getting their messages, whether taking personal messages from the cards and from divination, or just hearing spirit through dreams or through asking a question, taking a breath and receiving the answer? What's your experience there? Oh, Marion, despite being a Taurus, I will always love the Queen of Swords. I have a stellium in Libra, and girl, you speak the truth. Okay, lots of hands. We have lots of shows of hands. So can we spend a few minutes talking about, and I mean, recognizing everyone is different. We all have our ways. Right, Ness, I think we get the messages, but we get in our own way of interpretation, yes. And Claire would like more consistency. Right, Trey, it's hard for a lot of people because you have your ego, what you want. Yeah, ego and fear, desire and fear. There's what I want, there's what I'm afraid of. And we generally ask questions around those things, which makes it really, really hard. Like, I feel like in order to receive without an intermediary, without a person giving the reading, in order to receive a message, very often you have to be completely disconnected from fear and desire. Oh, I love this, Rebecca Dusk. I mean, I think maybe an interesting psychological exercise is maybe finding where we are like each of the courts. I mean, I joke about not being the Queen of Pence because homemaking is not my forte, but maybe you manage money really well. Maybe you manage business really well, and that would be Queen of Pentacles too. Like, I think that's a good point. We are all 16 cards to some extent at different times. Amanda, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, so let's talk about, okay. And Trey, with that being said, I do get slightly irritated when people say you can never or shouldn't ever read for yourself. Agreed. If you can't read for yourself, you shouldn't read for other people. But we have to recognize why it's hard to read for yourself. And there may be certain things. That where you really do need a reader, you know, like you can read for yourself, but not about this. So, hey, Brenda Nicholas, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, regarding the court, Michelle, I see the pages as students and the knights as like student doctors or like interns. That makes sense. Sure. So, Heather, I get in my own way because I'm too busy trying to interpret the card. I may start trying to feel my emotion or my gut when I pull instead of thinking about it. Yeah. So what are ways to hear your wisdom more clearly? And I think the first thing has got to be coming to a place of spiritual faith that allows you to release fear and desire in that moment. Release fear and desire in that moment. You can't release it forever. You're human, but in that moment. And that's a good question for the cards too. What must I do in this moment to temporarily release fear and desire so I can do this reading? Ness, I try to let the cards speak if my, to speak. Okay, so you let the cards speak for your anxiety and then you pull more cards for the question. So letting your anxiety come out to play with the cards, that's actually really kind of smart. So here's a thought, here's a practice that I have. I will simply ask, I need the answer, or I need the idea, or I need the inspiration, and I'll just ask for it. And then wait 24 to 48 hours and it comes. So the idea that it's not instantaneous, that you can call for it, you can order it. It's like your Amazon order. May take a day, 2 days, 3 days, depending on what you ordered. Your message may take that long. So in divination, it's okay to take the card, take a picture of it, and go back and interpret it later, give it time. And for me, sometimes it's just take a breath, ask the question, and see how the answer comes. Maybe it comes in the cards. Maybe it comes in some other way. So Ness, I think the question would be, in this context, I would say the question is very much how to release it. And if knowing what it is would help you release it, then absolutely. Oh, this is a good one. Marion K. Tarot, Marion Kirk. Listen to this, everybody. This is important. You've got to learn to distinguish the difference between your voice and their voice, your voice and the voice of spirit. You have to learn to discern the difference. And when we talk about that, we have to remember that there are so many nut jobs out in the world running around doing crazy things because a deity told them to do it. We need to not become that. There's a fine line, but that line is really important not to cross. Right, Trey, spirit is quiet, mind is loud. Yes, the mind is loud, the spirit is quiet. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. Any other, excuse me, any other tricks, thoughts, whatever? I will sometimes do a reading for myself with a deck I do not know well, making myself go to the book. That can be helpful as well. And so I think we should read for ourselves. I think we should let others read for us as well. Oh, you feel it physically, Claire. So you can feel the truth physically. That's really important too. Yeah, absolutely. All right. We are in the last 2 minutes of our time together this evening. I want to thank you all so much. Of course, a huge shout out to the members, the moderators, people who are here for the first time. So grateful to all of you. Let's see, what do I need to tell you? We'll be back Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, God willing, and the creek don't rise, with our regular live streams. Next Tuesday, Frank Kwiatkowski is joining me, and we're going to do some readings and talk about music. So make sure you join us for that. And I'm available for readings. I've got openings all week. There is a link to book with me right in the description. Reach out. I would love to work with you. I appreciate all of you so very much. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for participating. Right. Love this group of wise people. It is such a nice, wise group. It really, really is. So we appreciate all of you. Terry, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate all of you. reach out for a reading. Wendy just dropped the link to book a reading with me. Thank you so much. And I will look forward to seeing you really soon. Thank you so much for coming to this monthly village gathering. We'll see you really soon. Take good care. Thanks so much.